On a day like today, you need a coffee, because it's crazy out here. So we're gonna step into the Bailey Senior apartment here where it's all happening. I know it's quite a mess in here, but we're taking care of business. Over here you can see there was a very old and worm-eaten wooden lintel, so we're replacing that with a concrete one. Here's a small window. That's the next job on the agenda. We're going to widen the opening, put in a new window and a new lintel. Let's just say the weather is extremely cold and there's no heating in here, and it is extremely cold in here. But we won't let that dampen our spirits.
She's a big boy.
We're wrestling with some massive chunks of stone, but we have the perfect man for the job. So what we've tried to do here is make a square frame where the window will be and build a rudimentary block wall beside that, and then fill in with anything we can find. So yeah, we finished that lintel over there, and the next one up is the door. This is a brutal one. There's no extra headroom above the door, so this one has to be removed and raised, because we're going to be raising the floor a little bit, adding insulation and pouring new concrete over it. Just too busy to take video of this. We have a little bit of us hacking away at it here with a grinder. And then you can see the lintel is in place. Plenty of sweat and tears involved in that one. So that's all the nasty lintel work done, and now onto the floor. Stretching out the vapor barrier here, the plan is we'll add 50 millimeters of insulation, and then we'll have about 60 millimeters of concrete. There already is a substantial concrete floor in both sections of this apartment, so we're not adding any rebar. I'm using my trusty DeWalt level to level the screed boards on the outside of the room. Then down the center of the room, to give myself another screeding point, I put 2x4s on their side. These boards will also be an anchor point for the walls above. And I'll run a square piece of metal tubing along as I go and screed off that and pull it out at the end. Fill the void with concrete. We've got the expert on the job here, and another expert. To be totally honest, this is a stage of the job that I'd rather forget. So much hard manual labor. But you know, such is life when you try to do things by hand. I don't think anybody counted the amount of wheelbarrow loads of concrete we put in here, but it was a lot. Every load had to be raked out, screeded, troweled, bull floated, finished. This is my own handmade bull float. I just built it for a smaller concrete job and thought, you know, why rent one when I can use this? So we put this 1.5-inch waste pipe handle on, which turned out to work really well.
It's like I'm a part of the bull float.
So now all the concrete's in the big section of the building. And there was nothing to do but wait. Several hours later, we have a fan and a couple of heaters in here. Blocked all the doors off with foam, and it's still ridiculously wet. Such is the problem with pouring concrete in the cold with no accelerator. 7:00 a.m. The early bird catches the worm. and some very hard trowel marks from the previous night. What can I say? Took a lot of blood, sweat and tears to get rid of them. You just keep working the surface diligently, and if the concrete isn't too far gone, which in Ireland it hardly ever is, you will come out with a good result if you put lots of elbow grease into it. Both of us here just working and working and working the concrete. As you can see, it's about 7 minutes after 1, and I had started at 7. Ready to be done. So yay, the big half is done, and now we're on to the small half. Putting in the vapor barrier, insulation, getting her ready.
Just getting rid of those annoying bits of foam.
Getting inventive here with the leaf blower. And the concrete's coming in. Another expert. Ooh, 'tis a little bit sloppy.
You know what? It'll move, I guess, pretty easily. Gonna work my way out of here now.
This was a little bit trickier than anticipated. And again, just a lot of hard work. I do love my Marshalltown mag float. It's just perfect for floating out the concrete at the edges before you do your finished troweling.
No, come turn toward me. Now jump. Whoa, yeah.
You can see this bull float does a sweet job. Only regret is that it isn't a little bit wider. The wooden handle on it is about 6 feet long, so you can easily undo the screw and extend the plastic part or make it shorter as you desire. Pretty sweet.
We let this concrete get away from us too much last night. Don't want us to sleep.
Again, we worked into the evening and sort of gave up. Came back in the morning, and here we are troweling out the concrete. Just applying a few finishing touches, and I have to say that is another job well done.